Welcome to Life's Rich Tapestry, a podcast exploring the narrative of people's layered lives. Listen in on courageous conversations spoken from the heart. Gain insight into another's life as we tackle compelling topics which will expand your mind, help you gain perspective, and might even inspire you to do things differently. My name is Evelyn, and I look forward to your company. And welcome to another episode of Life's Rich Tapestry. Now, today's episode is going to be a little bit different, as it will be a solo episode. It will be just me today, and I'm really excited to deliver in this format. I did a few solo episodes back in December was my last one, but it was just me reading a blog that I'd written. So this is a bit different, as I'm going to just talk off the cuff, really. I've got a few notes here, but I wanted to share and talk about laughter because I think we need more laughter in our lives. Now, I know that my show has been a bit serious. I've had lots of serious episodes speaking about mental health, about death, cancer, being overweight. The list goes on those serious topics. But some of my episodes have been surprising in that they have made me laugh. So I have put a little bit of a compilation together of some of the episodes that have made me laugh. Not that the others weren't funny, because I definitely feel that there is value in listening to other people's stories. We can learn something, we'll do some things differently, or it'll just give us another perspective. However, sometimes we just need to laugh. So that's what this whole show is about. Now, research has shown that the health benefits of laughter are really quite far-ranging. They've also shown that laughter can help relieve pain, bring greater happiness, and even increase immunity. However, the truth is, many people, we just don't get enough laughter in our lives. Now, in fact, one study suggests that healthy children may laugh as much as 200 times a day, whereas adults, we tend to laugh only 15 times per day. And I don't know what sort of laugh that you have, but, there's those belly laughs that just come deep from within our being, those bursts of just laughter that come out of nowhere. We also have the snorts. Do you do snorts? I know I sometimes do snorts when I just cannot control myself. And then we've got cackles, and then just those laughs that come out of nowhere. And then the giggles. I must say, I do enjoy a good giggle, and I love to giggle. So whether you're cackling away at a sitcom on television or quietly giggling at a newspaper cartoon, laughing does you good. And it's a great form of stress relief. And that's no joke. So what I wanted to talk about now is some of the many ways that laughter can reduce stress. The first one is that it can reduce the level of stress hormones like cortisol, dopamine, and growth hormone. But it increases the level of health-enhancing hormones like endorphins. It also increases the number of antibody-producing cells we have working for us. It enhances the effectiveness of T cells. All this means that we have a stronger immune system, which helps against the physical effects of stress. I love this quote that I found, and it's from someone called Stella and Blake. Laugh, my friend, for laughter ignites a fire within the pit of your belly and awakens your being. Another thing that laughter does is that there is a bit of a physical release. Have you ever felt like you have to laugh? Because if you don't laugh, you're going to cry. Have you experienced that cleansed feeling after a good laugh? laughter provides a physical and emotional release. There's also an internal workout which is happening when you have a good laugh. So good belly laugh exercises the diaphragm. It contracts the abs and even works out the shoulders, leaving muscles more relaxed afterward. It even provides a good workout for the heart. One of the greatest things about laughing is a distraction. It can bring focus away from what we're going through in our life, maybe anger, guilt, stress, negative emotions, and it just might help us see things in a different way. Laughter gives us perspective. Now, studies show that our responses to stressful events can be altered by whether we view something as a threat or a challenge. Humor can give us a more light-hearted perspective and help us view events, which we usually view as challenges, making them a little bit less threatening and more positive. A quote that I really found when I was looking under laughter quotes, and this is from Viktor Frankl. So I'll tell you a little bit about Viktor Frankl after I share this quote. "I never would have made it if I could not have laughed. It lifted me momentarily out of the horrible situation, just enough to make it livable." And Viktor Frankl, he is known as the man who wrote the book Man's Search for Meaning. And it's a 1946 book which chronicles his experiences as a prisoner in a Nazi concentration camp during World War II. The most important thing about having a good laugh is that it connects us with others. Just as with smiling and kindness, most people find that laughter is contagious. So if you bring more laughter into your life, you can most likely help others around you to laugh more and realize these benefits as well. By elevating the mood of those around you, you can reduce their stress levels and perhaps improve the mood. Quote from John Cleese, "Laughter connects you with people. It's almost impossible to maintain any kind of distance or any sense of social hierarchy when you're just howling with laughter. Laughter is a force for democracy." And I love this quote. Just this one last quote before I go into the compilation of the laughter that I found in some of my episodes. Laughter has no foreign accent. And I find that is true. I mean, if you go around the world and you laugh with people who don't speak your language, I don't know, there's this connection that you do feel. Now, I've put together a compilation of some shows that have kind of made me laugh. I've had some interesting things happening during the show. I must admit my podcast is a little bit more serious, as most of you know who do listen in. But every now and then I have a nice good giggle here and there. And first I'd like to share this guest that I had on the show, Neville Burns. This was episode number 14. Neville Burns is considered the best in the business as far as educating people about snakes. Now, me not being originally from Australia, of course I had to ask him this particular next question. Just have a listen. What if you accidentally step on a snake in the bush?
Usually it will attempt to bite.
It will attempt to bite,
as far as it's concerned, it's a physical attack.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So accidents do happen. But generally, people say to me, it's not that easy to be bitten by a snake. And I say, no, it's very difficult to be bitten by a snake unless, like me, you work with them.
Yeah.
They don't want to bite people.
And they don't run after you, do they?
Oh, no. I mean, a friend of mine, a guy did it very well. He's an expert handler. Yeah. He got a brown snake all stirred up and the snake came straight at him. So he backed off very quickly, and as soon as he got to a certain distance away, the snake said, "Good, I've got what I wanted. I've scared you away," and went the opposite direction.
Okay.
They cannot chase you over a distance.
It seems to be like a myth or something that they do.
Oh, absolutely,
run
it's a myth.
After you.
It is a myth.
And with their mouth wide open after you like a crocodile. You know what I mean? So that definitely doesn't happen.
No, look, as I said, it's only over that very short distance. And this is why I say 90% of what even a brown snake does is bluff, because he's scaring you away to give him room to avoid you.
Right.
He just wants to get away.
He just wants to get away. Neville is also known as the real Crocodile Dundee. So when he came into my studio, he had something interesting around his neck. So listen in on what I asked him. People can't see you through the podcast, but you do have these teeth. Are they around your
crocodile teeth?
Okay, crocodile teeth. Are they from any of the crocodiles you've been talking about?
Yeah,
no,
one that a mate and I worked with had these two big ones.
Okay.
He died, unfortunately, but not because of us. Okay. And the middle one came from a $250,000 crocodile. That's what it was valued at. That was in the Darwin Croc Farm. It was a rose pink colour. The whole body was rose pink. They called it snowy, but underwater it showed as a goldy pink colour. And unfortunately, they never got to breed with it. So when she died, the genes were gone, you know.
That must have been not common at all then.
Oh, it was very rare, very rare. She was known as Big Red to the local Aboriginals because of the pinkish colour. Yeah. Beautiful crocodile, and quite a large one. But unfortunately, they never got to breed with it. So.
Wow. Well, that tooth isn't as big as the other two. So what crocodile was that again? The really big ones?
This was a fairly big one, but a smaller tooth. But they shed their teeth regularly.
Oh, okay.
So let's say a crocodile gets the average size of male salty in the wild, 40, 50 years of age, he's probably had 3,000 teeth.
Wow.
With 66 at the one time.
Okay.
He's got a full complement.
And do they just fall out?
They just fall out,
They just fall out?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you didn't tackle
No.
Okay.
I remember feeding one at Wonderland. We had a big one there called Maniac. And as he grabbed the chook, I threw him on the rope. I saw one of his teeth fly out. So I jumped in the water and grabbed it while he had his mouth full of chicken. And somebody said, "We thought you were mad. You were going towards the crocodile." I said, "I wanted that too." So it became a big thing. Whenever we cleaned his pond, we got him out and cleaned his pond, everybody be fighting over who could find the teeth at the bottom of the pond.
Oh, there you go. I've always wondered about that because you do see crocodile teeth, and I've always thought, I wonder if they've had to fight with that crocodile. The next episode that I just had the biggest laugh throughout the show. I think I laughed the full 40 minutes. Actually, I was in my studio for over an hour, but we were just busy laughing. I loved it so much. This episode was episode 11. I was speaking with David, who is a voice actor, but he shares his story on when his voice changed.
Before I hit 15, I kind of sounded like an Australian Shaggy.
Oh, really?
like Scoob. How you doing? But Scoob, the Australian Scoob's a kangaroo.
And so what happened? Did your voice crack or something? Or what happened? Okay.
What happened is it just suddenly dropped. I remember my older brother, when he just decided to calmly wake me up for my birthday, just shaking the fingers. "Oi, buffhead, wake up!" I'm just like, ugh. And he said, "Happy birthday, Dave." I went, "Thanks, Rob." Holy crap!
Oh my gosh, that is amazing. You do hear that about young men when their voice changes, that it just changes their life. The next bit of what David shares of me, he goes on about his character development, how his voices come to fruition. So you might get a little bit of a giggle after this.
I finally managed to create a voice that worked perfectly at long last. But then the voice which helps me get into that has nothing to do with Sephiroth at all. It's a character from Ninja Scroll, Yagi Renya. "So you are Jubei Gubagame. You have something I want." But then when I actually look at other characters, I think of, okay, who could voice them in some way? And I experimented with Adelbert Steiner, a character from Final Fantasy IX. Mm-hmm. He's this mighty big, pompous, but good-hearted knight. And I'm looking going, okay, I could see two guys voicing him. Samuel E. Wright, the voice of Sebastian from Little Mermaid, but he also did Crone from the movie Dinosaur. I mean, "Ariel, could you get your head out of the clouds and back in the water where it belongs?" But I also thought John Rhys Davies, Gimli from Lord of the Rings, could do him well. "This is a grim scene. I can smell orc even from this distance." And I thought, what would happen if I combined the two? And then somehow combining the two, I found that I could do Brian Blessed. who I actually think would have been perfect for Steiner. So lo and behold, Brian Blessed, the man who screeches, "Gordon's alive!" is somehow the combination of a Jamaican crab and a dwarf.
Oh, God.
And he ended up being perfect for that character. And it's also one of my favorite voices to do because I can do this all day and scream at the top of my lungs and not feel any kind of pain.
Oh, God. I swear, David, I love you. You're amazing. You are so amazing. Now, the fun didn't stop there as David was just going to town when he just goes on about his lizard voice. Have a listen.
Before time began, there was the cube. Autobots, transform and roll out! And I was actually stunned at myself. He went, "That's amazing! Now make him Irish."
Oh, my God.
And so began the tale of Irishmas Prime, where he'll kick your arse and then sing about it afterwards. And that was how I became one of the 4 hero choices for that game. And oh man, was it a blast! I also managed to become a lizard monster for that one as well. Yeah, we voice actors also can do a few monster sounds.
So that would be, is that your genre then? You think you do have that villainy voice?
Oh yeah, I mean, of course I can do the wise old man like Optimus Prime, and then the good-hearted but bumbling hero like Delbert Steiner, even though he hasn't been officially voiced. Hire me square. But villainy is definitely my specialty.
Yeah, it's so good. I love it. I love it so much. I could talk to you forever, David.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
My very next guest on episode 13, I had Aurora Lee, who is an up-and-coming singer. When I interviewed her, she was only 18 at the time. You'll hear a little bit of her song that she sang to me and kind of what I said afterward. You'll be blown away for sure.
And I hated fighting for you while you let me fall. Don't know why you asked me for forgiveness, forgiving you more than you ever would. And I know now that you let me down, but at the time you never could. All I wanted was you. All I wanted was someone who would never love me as much as they should.
Oh, I love that.
Thank you so much.
So beautiful.
Thanks.
Now, how does that even work? Like, I mean, seriously, I mean, you a song comes up in your head, and how does like, because you had strings in there, you had lots of different instruments.
Yes.
How does that come together? Now, Rory explains to me in this next little segment how her lyrics develop.
Well, at the start, when I was really little, they were quite bad.
Yeah.
Quite bad, of course, like a little kid writing just random songs about random things. I didn't even know what my problems were when I was that age.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Like just preschool or primary school. I don't know.
He didn't smile at me.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I wasn't invited to the birthday party.
I know.
That kind of thing. But I know, maybe, I think the more experience you have, life experience, even though I'm very young, I have a long way to go.
You do.
But the more life experience you have, the more songs you can write or things you can write about.
Yeah.
I somehow managed to write songs about the same things over and over again. But
about death.
Yeah, about death and just anything really. Friendship experiences, that kind of thing.
Yeah. But there is, listening to that song, there is a really deep richness to your voice, and you do sound, you sound a lot older.
Oh, really?
It's really interesting.
Yeah, that is an interesting thing.
And then now Rory, she talks about how when she's on stage, the reaction from the audience. Do you still find inspiration from death?
Yes, definitely. It's so bad. It's like, all my songs, like I feel really bad for the people at my gigs, just listening to song after song about death. It's just so tragic, and I always think like at the end they just look so heartbroken, and I think like I'd like to say this next song won't be sad, but it will be. It's horrible.
That's funny. You obviously feel a need to express yourself,
definitely,
through tragedy. I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
definitely, as you can tell.
Just have a bit of a voice for that. Which is interesting because you are so happy and bubbly.
I know. It's crazy.
It's really crazy. It's actually quite interesting. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, she is really a nice girl. No, but it is interesting because I have seen you at a gig before, and your music, you know, is a bit sad at some moments. I mean, but then you cover other artists as well. So I hope you enjoyed that with Rory. It was an absolute pleasure to have her on my show. Now, the next compilation that I have, they're actually bloopers, and they have not been recorded at all until today's show. So I hope you enjoy them. I found it quite funny to put this together. It kind of brought back the memories of the day that I put this show together. Now, this next guest that I had was Jane. It was from episode number 15, if you want to listen to the original episode. However, it started off with, because it was quite a serious topic we were discussing, but it just started off with me asking the wrong question. And it kind of went downhill, laughing downhill from there. Hey, how old were you at that time?
Oh, God, 43.
Okay, sorry. No, I mean, just wondering.
40s, okay.
In your 40s, okay.
I wish I could say 30s, but...
So now, okay. So you wrote the book, and it came out, and I remember hearing you with Rick Feidler on the ABC, and at that time I was on community radio, and I knew I had to get you on the show because you were local, and I thought this would be fantastic, and I don't know where this is going, but however. But I just remember I had to have you on the show. Now your interview with Rick Feidler, what sort of questions did he ask you that I've missed here? I'll cut that out. Sorry. Okay.
And it's Richard.
Oh, it's Richard. What did I call him? Rick? Rick, okay. Sorry.
You're going to be doing some editing.
I will be doing lots of editing. Okay. Okay. Okay, so the next bit, I was kind of able to hold myself together for a little bit, but after a while, I just could not even look at Jane anymore. And then she started laughing uncontrollably as well. Have a listen. Just one more question, and which I forgot already. Big time edit, shall we? Sorry. Oh, I got it. Okay, sorry. Okay, we definitely have to edit. Sorry. I'm so professional. Sorry. Oh my God. Sorry, Jane. Okay, I do want to ask this. So, okay. Oh God. Oh my God.
I'm not looking at you.
Okay. Sorry. Oh my God. Okay. I know for a short time that she was. Okay.
No one would believe that we're laughing over the serious interview.
Sorry. Oh, God. Okay, sorry. Sorry. Oh, God. Oh, this is, we may have to redo this whole thing on another day. Oh, God. Okay. No, sorry. This is such a serious topic. Oh, my God. I'm so sorry. Okay. Yeah, I thought. Okay. Now we were at the serious bit of the interview. We really needed to finish because I think at this point she had been with me probably about over an hour for sure. But we really needed to finish the interview or else I would have had to have her come in again. So we kind of had to pull it together, but it was really hard, as you'll hear in this next segment. Sorry. Oh, God. Sorry, Jane. That was beautiful.
So much for you being organic.
Sorry.
I'm drinking now.
I know. I should have alcohol. I'm so sorry. I'm so professional usually. Okay.
I have that effect on you.
Do you? God. No, that was beautiful what you said. So I just want to segue into the end now. Okay.
Thank God.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. I need to start doing yoga.
You need a meditation.
I know, I do. Okay. What else did I want to say? I forgot what I was going to say. How should I end it? You're the journalist. Sorry.
Okay, what was the last?
No. I know what I was going to say. Actually, I know exactly what I was going to say. Sorry. So sometimes after recording a podcast, I'll find that I'm still actually recording. Like I'll finish the episode, but I'm still recording. So in this next little bit, this was an episode that I literally just recorded 2 weeks ago. I was talking to Fiona and Bobby and, we were just talking blah, blah, blah. I was telling, and then this outburst happened. So have a listen. It's a bit of, I just think it's funny. Just have a listen. What's going on? What do I do? Yeah. So I like to make those last minute announcements afterwards and just make sure everybody knows what's going on. Then I'll leave. So I leave about 45 minutes, but I let everyone know that I'm not staying there for the reception, but I'm just, I just want it to be comfortable because it is such, an important day. And I just want it to be smooth, smooth for them. But, actually it's been such a pleasure. I've just realized I've got to put my neighbor's chickens in.
Oh my God.
It's dark now. They're probably freaking out. Like, where's Evelyn?
Random. Tell me you're going to include that in the podcast.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed this little compilation that I've put together of laughter and bloopers, because we need a little bit of laughter and bloopers in our life, don't we? I thought I would end the show with this beautiful poem that I found. It's from Ripley Dunlap Saunders, and he was a poet back in the 1850s, from what I could gather on the internet. But I just love this poem, so I thought I would end it on this note. A laugh is just like sunshine. It freshens all the day. It tips the peak of life with light and drives the clouds away. The soul grows glad that hears it and feels its courage strong. A laugh is just like sunshine for cheering folks along. A laugh is just like music. It lingers in the heart, and where its melody is heard, the ills of life depart, and happy thoughts come crowding, its joyful notes to greet. A laugh is just like music for making living sweet. I hope you've enjoyed this podcast as much as I've enjoyed making it. Just thought I'd add that in. It's been an absolute pleasure. Until next week. Thank you so much for your company. Please tune in next week to Life's Rich Tapestry, where you will hear another courageous conversation spoken from the heart.